Okay, I'm back on live. All right, that was just Amazon. Amazon on YouTube. I mean, Amazon in Mexico. They keep like, I live in a weird apartment where like they sometimes can't find it, and then we contact Amazon, and then they magically can find it, and I guess the Amazon guy came back to deliver something for me. Okay, anyways, so trading on the 15-minute chart, it will get rid of all your fake outs. It will help you not trade on shitty price action, and it still gives you a nice move, even if you got in here on this after this full candle close. You still got a nice rundown for a nice, 1 to 2. You see what I'm saying? So you don't have to not trade the 15-minute chart. And I've learned that it's just the best chart, I'm sorry to say. Getting on at 10 o'clock obviously helps. Obviously, some days, like yesterday, 9 o'clock we did it. But even at 10 o'clock here, this is the 10 o'clock, we came back up, and then we tanked for more. Like, you still catch a big part of the move at 10 o'clock. So that's what we're going to back test today. Okay. All right, so I'm on the 15-minute chart. This looks crazy. We do have SMT a little bit. Let me mark 10 o'clock, because you have to do the one like right before. But we technically have SMT because, let's see, this candle here is the one, and it was swept, but we already ran down from it since. This is the candle that was swept, and then on ES, it's not swept, the high. We did not sweep it. So there's that. And then there's a target. There's Asian and London lows, which we already kind of swept with news as well. It looks like we want to go down to here. Also SMT, you see this is the previous day. You see how on ES we have lower, and then we reverse, and then here we have higher. That's all you gotta do. And I learned, like I said, every reversal is SMT. So you'll know how to trade every single reversal. So boom, I think this is where we're going. We're going down, who knows, but just let it play out and see. This is 10 o'clock. Let's mark 10 o'clock out on the other, on NQ. Let's go from there. Okay, so NQ is pushing higher. Swept that liquidity again. ES did not. Maybe ES wants to follow. NQ's pushing higher. And then that's our reversal. You see, we got NQ took out all these highs. ES did not. So that's a new SMT. Boom, and then that is your sign for sales, I'm pretty sure. It's not 10 o'clock yet though, so. Okay, we go higher, and then we go, let's see. Okay, higher. For actually first spots, but also this is another example I've talked about. So with the SMT, you have to wait, because you'll see once you start reversing, basically. You know what I'm saying? Because this was SMT as we saw, but then it wound up NQ just following it later, which I said happens sometimes. Sometimes you'll think it's SMT, just like prime example, we thought it was SMT, and then they both want to just ride up. And that happens sometimes. How can you tell the difference? I honestly don't know. Maybe the SMT was on the bottom side. That's why I get on that 10 and just wait, because it's the most accurate, the most current one. And let's see if we got one on the bottom side. So 10 o'clock did sweep everything just like it did. There was SMT here, and then here. Ooh. Not there, here. So that could have been it. I've noticed when we backtested yesterday, you'll get an SMT and it'll come sweep liquidity and then go your way. Like, this is still a bullish SMT, but if you had a stop loss here at this low, it stopped you out. It did that yesterday too. I don't know why I did that, but you see every reversal is SMT. So that one we would have just lost, so it's okay for that one. But if you, this one was the one right before 10 o'clock, and then it went up. Obviously, I guess our targets are these highs here. I hope. Let's see if we hit them already on NQ. We did. Let's see if there's another SMT reversal coming after here. No. Okay. Another prime example. I've said it. That looked like SMT at first. We looked at we were reversing, and then ES just wanted to follow. So there are some days like that where ES just wants to follow. How do you know? Actually, hold on. I might have marked the wrong swing high. Yeah, I did actually. Sorry. This is the same swing high as NQ is. So that's about, if it's far like this is going to be an SMT reversal. This ES is not going way up there. That close one, yes, but let's see if we get it. Oh, well, it's the end of the day anyway, so it doesn't matter. End of the day. So yeah, that was the day we just bought buys. And let me see if there's another one, because sometimes there's SMT here where like, no, we don't get it. We had one yesterday where ES swept this low, or it'd be like this, like NQ sweep the low, and then ES came into the gap, but didn't sweep the low of the candle, and then it reversed. So yeah, that was a day where it wasn't the best. But that was our first one in like, what, 3 days? So let's go to the next New York session. This would have been a day where you're probably your higher time frame. And I still check the higher time frame. Let's see what the higher time frame showed us. I don't check it all the time anymore because SMT really is a strong indicator. Okay. Trying to see what it looked like. I don't know if we had any actually. This is here. They both came into this gap. This was yesterday, the previous day. This is our day to day. That's the SMT we traded off of on that first example. That made a lower low. That made a higher high. But on here, what do we have? I'm trying to see. No, they look pretty much. Low was swept on this one and the high. Low was swept on both of these. Yeah, no SMT on that day at all. They just really moved similar, which is honestly kind of rare. That's what they're supposed to do majority of the days, but a lot of the days they do not. A lot of the days one's leading, like NQ was leading even though ES did catch up. All right, let's go to the next New York session and do the same thing. 15-minute chart. I don't know where we're targeting. So now ES is in the lead. If you can't tell, we have NQ finally about to hit this point, and ES is already past it. That's why it's good to have your sessions indicator on. Where is this? Okay. So this low here is the same low as this. So that was SMT on that day. You see how we made lower lows, but NQ made higher lows. So this is what we need to catch. I mean, that's obviously lunch. So for the lunch reversal, I don't trade lunch, so that's why I didn't get this one. But if you trade lunch, that was the reversal at 11:45. Sometimes I'm on the chart at 11:45. That was your reversal. I don't know if you can see that. SMT, see, we made lower lows, and then we made higher lows. That is all you need to play a reversal. And that's how you can trade turtle soup. A lot of people have been asking me, I know it's Johnny just made a video like turtle soup is hard, but if you trade SMT, you can always catch turtle soup. You can literally get in a trade right off this SMT versus waiting for a market structure shift or whatever. But you do get one here, and this is the 15-minute chart. We got inverse for value gap and a candle close right above it. You didn't have to go to the 3-minute chart to play that trade at all. And take out buy side. Liquidity, this first red candle. And that's a nice trade. That's a beautiful trade. But let's see how far we go today. ES is already pushing lower. This second line is this second line. ES already took it out. So this is probably going to be SMT to the upside. I don't know if NQ is going to go all the way down there, but let's see. Let's mark 10 o'clock for both. And obviously you backtest this just like this, like we're doing right now. 10:15, 10 o'clock. Okay. Which I feel like my screen is not really centered for y'all. There we go. All right, play. Boom. I don't know if we're gonna keep going higher because it's fast 15-minute value gap here, but we might. And usually SMT can call out a bigger reversal. So, decent reversal. Obviously 10 o'clock traders. 10 o'clock is here. That's not a bad move. To this swing high. That's not a bad risk to reward. Let's see. Because I don't get in until 10 o'clock. To this high of this candle. It's not a 1 to 2, but you can make it if you have your stop loss tighter. That might be our SMT to keep going lower as well. So you see how y'all see how this SMT? This second line is the same second line over here. So this one's higher. This one made a lower low. This one made a higher low because it didn't sweep both. That's all SMT is. One goes lower, one goes higher. And let's see if they reverse back to the downside. I don't think so because now ES has caught up. And also you can trade big reversals off of SMT. Looks like we're still pushing too. And now we are reversing. And you know why we did? One, with over higher time frame bias, this is literally a beautiful sell day. Obviously, we're in a sell trade. That's what it looks like. This is a great trade back up off of SMT. You could have waited for the SMT on the sell side, and then we get it. NQ made a lower low. ES took out this high. Swept it. Liquidity swept it, rejected off of it. That is your sell. Can y'all see that? SMT again. Low. This line was taken out. This one wasn't. We reversed. Now, this one was taken out. ES came up and swept it. It did not on NQ. We immediately reversed. And then now let's keep pushing down. So you could have took either one of those trades. I always mark the 10 a.m. trade because I just know myself. I'm an impatient ass trader that if I see a good setup and I know we're going to a liquidity point, I would have took that up trade. If you're waiting for your bearish bias, you would have took this big, fat, lovely trade to the downside. Which I did see that because we had this fat ass gap here that's bearish. We did close above it, which usually is the inverse. But in the 15-minute and higher time frames, it can easily close above and reverse. So, and actually there's two gaps next to each other, which is also a thing. If there's two gaps next to each other, you need to mark out the highest one. If they're close like that, because the one we just drew is right here, always just mark the top, because the first one's always going to get invalidated. And same on the downside. There's two bullish value gaps down here, like next to each other. Always just mark the last one, because this respected beautifully, rejected off of this value gap. My bias is always right, but I can't let the trade go to profit. I close too early every time. How to fix? Are you watching your P&L while you trade? Like, do you have your P&L up? This is a good sign Bitcoin is going up. Exactly. SMT is a good sign for any fucking thing, honestly. Yeah, but do you watch your P&L? I get scared always. Why do you get scared? What is your take profit? Is it just like a 1 to 2, or is it a liquidity point? Like for me, I'm never scared because my targets are always liquidity points. So if you see this reversal we got on the 15-minute chart, especially if you sit on the 15-minute chart, once we close below this is your first target. The next one is this down here. I don't know if y'all could see that. These are the swing lows. The lowest one, if that was your, sell, first target, take profit there. Second one is here. It is a little far, but since there's only two, I'm not selling that early. Or just take a 1 to 2. Yeah, okay, if you have a 1 to 2, then you should just let it ride. The market's gonna 99% of the time give you a 1 to 2. Unless your stop loss is just fucking huge. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to be scared. Now, if you have like a 1 to 3, 1 to 4, I feel you on being scared, but you don't have to be. Sit on a higher time frame and see, like, here, there's no liquidity after this low, but this one. Yeah, it ran past it, but you don't give a shit. That's still a good trade. You took your profits at this point. That's it. Obviously, you can scroll back. I mean, this is a liquidity point, actually. This blue line on NQ. We already passed it on ES. And yeah, you just mark swing lows. But yeah, that's an emotional thing you have to just, you have to just follow and do your thing. It's something gonna take practice, but don't watch your P&L. That helps. And then just take, 1 to 2s. And even like here, say you got in on this turtle soup, just have your, I don't know, maybe you got in at this candle close. And your stop loss was like here. Then you're taking profit just here. And don't be mad if it runs the rest of the day. Take your 1 to 2 and go on about your day. And that could be your thing. But you just have to practice. Cause it happens sometimes too. Cause you'll let a trade run to your stop loss, and then you won't let your profits play out. But then now your profits are smaller than your losses, so you have to have a better win rate. So you don't want that. Let's delete these. But yeah, 15-minute chart has been like, I've been trading on this beautifully. Like I've gone to the 3-minute every now and then to get on the trade, but I haven't needed to. This looks a little underwhelming, this price action. So let's see what we get. We have, I would say we kind of have SMT, but again, we need to let it play out. But we have NQ swept this high, but ES, we did not sweep this high, if y'all can see. It's lower, but it still has to play out. So let's let it play out, because like that. See, now it swept it. That's what I'm talking about. So this, let me see. London high swept. Well, actually, I don't know. NQ is still higher, but they both swept. Beautiful sign reversal. This is a great 9:30 entry. So it's giving at 10 o'clock. We just get in the trade. I'm trying to see if there's another target we could reverse from. I mean, we're already almost there. So let's see on here. Yeah, we're already low. Maybe NQ wants to go to these previous London lows or previous Asian lows, and then this is just the low of the fucking month, looks like. I think NQ's in the lead, so we'll let it lead, and then we'll see if we get a reversal. I probably wouldn't get in this trade, or I'd wait for it to like really push past this 10 o'clock low, like that. And like now we got a nice reversal. We do have a fair value gap here though that maybe we're just bouncing off of to go lower, which is what you want. If you're confident in your lower time frame bias, this is your power of 3 at 10 a.m. You want to come in here and you want to take sales. So let's see if it comes out and boom, and it inverses. Now, this is why I always wait till 10 a.m. Change your username, bro. It's corny. Never. You can think it's corny. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care about being corny. Okay, now we have our SMT. ES took out all these highs from 9:30. And then this is why I always went to 10 o'clock. Because say if you were getting in a sell trade. Now, if you were getting in a sell trade on NQ, you'd been fine. Like if you say you got in right at 10 o'clock and your stop loss was above this high, it didn't stop you out. And this is also why a lot of people don't trade with hard stop losses anymore. I know it's taboo in the trading industry, but if you trade SMT, you don't know which one is going to do it that day. Like if you're trading NQ today, you're great, but say you're trading ES today and ES took out your stop loss and then ran your way. So I see why people don't. That's why I always kind of wait till 10 o'clock, because then you'll see the SMT and you can still get in. We got this liquidity sweep. That's clear signs of we want to go lower. Change your name. It's corny. That's funny. People are so weird on the internet. Boom. Reversing. I don't know how far much lower we're gonna go. This is a point I called of reversing. I think we'll reverse back up from here. Also, ES took out your stop loss if you got in on this trade too. ES is disrespectful today. NQ took out the high before, but not the one for your thingy. Let's see if we finally go lower. If not, it's just a day where, here we go. But no, hoping NQ takes the lead, but that's the reversal. So that's really all we got. Once we cannot close above this, I'd be out for buys. It's kind of moving the same. We do have an SMT here. I don't like this price action at all, actually. So I probably gotten this trade, but like I said, I wanted to stop loss take profit a little lower. But we do have this ES took out this low, and then NQ. Oh no, NQ takes it out as well. So no SMT. False, 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 false. Like I said, this is a very much sped up. You'll have time to analyze this in real time. Alright, is this the next day? Yeah, this is the next day. So it's giving, it just wasn't a good day to trade, honestly. Shitty price action, not a good move. But if you got in this move to go to here on ES, NQ, you could have took it to here, which is decent. Not the best risk reward, but, and then that's all we got. So you can either just move your stop loss to break even or get out for a small loss. Not great price action, which I said. Didn't I say that? I said I said I don't like this price action. We're consolidating very terribly. You could tell, and we ran down so much the day before. So it's given a day we're like, hey, we ran down, now we're consolidating. A day to not take a trade, or a day to take a short little scalpy on I don't know which I would have got in, because this candle stopped me out if I would have gotten on this candle. I usually wait for a candle close out of the gap. A very shitty trade. But ES says the move is good anyway, so maybe I can get a little more, but that's why I like NQ. But I'm going back to ES because NQ, like this same move on NQ, if it's negative your way, is like 5 times more, and I just cannot have that risk right now, emotionally. All right, let's go to the next New York session. Mark 10 o'clock. I dropped a weight on my foot and I thought it was not broken, and I think it is broken. I need to get an x-ray. Felt fine the day it happened, but now it's like I cannot move my big toe. Still not the best price action, but why does this look so insane? Am I just too zoomed in on NQ and too zoomed out on ES? Yeah, I think that's what it is. SMT here overnight. Doesn't matter for us, but it's small reversal, but obviously we did reverse at that point. And then so far, NQ is higher above these highs already. ES is not. If you need to see that, we're here. And then there's that. Boom. But we'll see if we get a nice reversal off of that at 10. It's looking like a reversal day. We have our session lows, equal lows down here. And then we have a low down here. But again, I don't like to go in with the bias. I like to react. But let's see. There's your reversal. Like I said, if you wanted to these equal lows, and then we're moving a little lower. There is a gap here, and we just inverted it. So then we'll go a little lower, I hope. If not, that's still a good move down for you, and that's the end of the day. Again, shitty price action, but however, 10 o'clock, I would have gotten in on this candle. We got our SMT, and we went down. We went down. We made a higher high, and then we made a lower low. As you can see, the sessions are showing you. We made a lower low, And then I get in at 10 o'clock. I hear, this is so late. I don't even trade that late. Yeah, I probably would have took it to fill this gap, which is not the best, but I'm not trading. I don't trade that late. So yeah, to the bottom of the gap, a 1-to-1. That's not great, but it is a 15-minute chart. So maybe it looks better on the 3-minute. Maybe it will look something nice. No, it still looks shitty. So that's how you know that wasn't a big move, or you just want to trade it that day. I just know myself. I get in every trade I see like a crackhead. But I only do take one trade a day. But I need to learn how to not trade every day. But again, this is a nice candle. This candle down, but obviously we are really close to this gap. So yeah, maybe you shouldn't have. Or if you held till, you can't hold past 5 if we have a prop firm though. But if your live account, I could have held this live account. My live account trade, I could have held that shit. But I copy trade them both, so I wouldn't have been able to. But if you trade your own money, you could hold this as long as you want. But if not, I like to just do it to fill a gap. That's it. But yeah, SMT. You saw how we reversed? Because of SMT, again, we're on the 15-minute chart. And then you'll know when to get in. You'll know not to get faked out. And then obviously, you can go down to a 1-minute, a 5-minute, or a 3-minute to execute your trades. Like, what would that look like on the 3-minute chart? It would look like, where did we get in at? This price action, this must be a holiday. When it starts looking row body like this, it's giving a holiday. Yes, President's Day, February 20th. And this is why I like futures, because you can trade a holiday and you'll know, because obviously it didn't move that much, but you'll be on the trade and you'll be like, why does it look like that? I've traded so many holidays. The only holiday that I really couldn't trade was Easter because the market legit wasn't open. But I've traded MLK Day and I've been in trades and I'm like, why isn't it going anywhere? Like, I'll be in profit and I'll just sell like $100 in profit and be like, oh, it's a fucking holiday. Well, at 10 o'clock there was no re-entry for you unless you stayed on till 11:30, and we got a retrace into this fair value gap here. Actually, we didn't even hit it. We hit the breaker. If you were a breaker block trader, we came back into the breaker, and if you wanted sells for the rest of the day, you got them. But no, I got in at 10 o'clock and just took it. And that's that. Now let's do one more. Now I have 2 YouTube videos now because the Amazon man came and I thought it was a serial killer. But I forget I'm in one of the safest cities in North America. But being a girl, it's just scary. But let's do one more session. All right, picking up, looking better. 15-minute chart, as always, my favorite. And then you can just catch the big move of the day, too, on the 15-minute chart. Unless you like to trade liquidity to liquidity like a lot of the gurus do, but it just fakes me out so much. Okay. Where is this? This is here. Okay, it's looking the same. We're going down. Let's zoom out and see where we want to go. You might have to go on the higher time frame. And you will sometimes to see where we want to be. Okay, we already took out this low on yes. I'm trying to see if there's a gap we can go to next. I mean, there's liquidity here in the gap, so I think that's our target on yes. And then let's see on NQ. And you just do this every day. Every day you get on the chart, you see where the draw liquidity is, and you'll know. And or you'll mark, usually I mark, okay, NQ, we already took it like hours before, or the day before. So NQ's next target is the actual low of the low. ES's is like somewhere right here. So we'll see how that plays out. NQ is further along. Ooh, my toe is hurting right now. So remember, this second line is somewhere in the middle on NQ. This is up here. So this isn't a little SMT, but this was London, so I don't know if it applies to us, but there's a gap up here. NQ did not take it, but ES, we took the gap. Sorry, let me zoom in for y'all. We closed in that gap. That's all it is. You're just watching the chart and you're seeing like when they don't match up, you can tell when we're gonna reverse. I'm trying to see if we have a lower one down here, but I don't know if we have one yet. All right. This is looking like one. Yeah, so we have ES did not take out this high. NQ did. I do think we might, like I said, push lower to these lows down here. ES, if you want them, you can have them. And then 10 o'clock, get in at 10 and take it on down. Boom. Beautiful. ES is actually leading the way. So, like I said, NQ moves a lot more. So ES is the safer one. But yeah, you just take it on down. Take it on down. And then we're pushing. We're pushing all from SMT. See what I'm saying? And then obviously I trade at 10 o'clock, but this is probably what, 9:30? Yeah, 9:30 liquidity sweep, whatever the fuck. And that's why I did start getting in at 9:30. Someone said, can you check VVOS for me? Hold on, yeah, I will. If you follow the crap tan, you'd see it before it happened. Nice. So I try to get at 9:30, but I just don't like trading at 9:30. I don't know what it is. Even though it's literally only 30 minutes. So 9:30 to 9. I did actually start getting on at 9:45 actually. But either way, the candle close is my 10 a.m. I get on like 9:55. So this whole candle needs to close anyway. Below 10 a.m. I'm right on the charts. And that's the trade for everyone. That's the trade. Beautiful. SMT at 9:30. I love it when it happens at 9:30 too. And then obviously if you're a 10 a.m. reversal trader, you would wait for it to reverse back up with SMT as well. But lately we've just been continuing down at 10 o'clock, which is nice for me. Just get in, take it somewhere, and move on. You said check. I don't really check things because I only trade the NASDAQ for Mr. whoever, but I'll check for you today. VVOS. What do you want to check? What do you need to check? The highs and the lows? Whoa. This looks actually insane. I mean, it's looking like they want to go to this low. I don't know if you're holding it, but I think you're gonna keep going lower until you get to $2.01. And then we might go up after that. I got in at 268. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna go down to $2 and then go back up. So you can sell now and get back in down here, or you can hold it and wait for it to go back up. Yeah, I think, yeah, there's no fair value gaps. There's nothing to reverse from but this. So, sorry to you. 5,000 shares. Whew. Well, I mean, it happens. It's not, I mean, it's, what is that? 260, 271. I mean, it could go up. We did sweep this liquidity, but we do have a big displacement to the downside. And we haven't really gone higher. We went higher here, we went lower. We could push up a little bit. Maybe it's sweep this high first, then go lower, and then continue higher. Maybe that's what it's gonna be. Who knows? There's a gap here, though. I think it could bounce off of as well. It could do this, which I think is probably gonna happen more so than the latter, the first one. Of course, do that. That's the best part about ICT. It really helps you when you know liquidity and fair value gaps. You can look at charts like this very nicely and see where things are going for the long term. M and Q, Z 2024. We're in the Z contracts, the December contracts. But yes, SMT today was fucking beautiful. And that's all you needed. We 10 o'clock today, and then ES went up and just tanked. So that's all y'all need. We'll keep backtesting this SMT because I'm trying to get my eyes better at seeing it, but I like to get on at 10 o'clock for this reason. Obviously, yes, you could have. This is obviously the 15-minute chart. So the 15-minute chart, you wouldn't have gotten better entry in general if you got on at 9:30. However, if you went to the 3-minute chart on both, let's see what your entry could have been. And usually it's still kind of the same. So for me, I like the full market structure shift or change in state delivery, which is the body. So on NQ, my entry would have been worse. I would have waited for a full candle close below, so it would have been this candle close. So it would have been worse. It would have been worse. Versus on ES, we got our change in state delivery way up here. So it would have been better for me to get on the 3-minute and get on at 9:48. That's why I try to get on like 9:45 to catch a little bit like this, because 9:30 is still gonna do its thing, and then usually by 9:45 it's doing what it needs to do. But you see how this could have maybe faked you out, these big candles. So you got what, 5 more ticks? So sometimes like it doesn't even matter. So I'm like, you can really trade a 15-minute chart. Now, if the 15-minute chart does just start running on your ass, then yes. Like say, I mean, we already knew we were going down lower, but say this candle was you waiting for your confirmation, like the swing low for you to reverse from was like, come on, was like way down here, and then this candle was just running, then you go on the 3 and see if you can get something, because that does suck. That's happened to me, but that's happened to me one time, and it fucked up my emotions on live. It's on YouTube. It still ran after, like it was like a long candle. It closed like down here. My take profit was like right here, but it wound up like going down further for me anyway. So it's like if it runs down on the 15-minute, it still usually would give you at least an extra big candle, you know, like an extra big candle to trade. But SMT, y'all, is all y'all need. If you need to watch YouTube videos on it, there's plenty. It's called SMT Divergence, Smart Money Divergence, Smart Money Technique Divergence, and it's just how you can catch the reversals. I know a lot of traders, we love reversals. And this lets you trade them without it being like a full market structure shift, a full whatever the fuck. Okay, actually, now that I'm looking at it on NQ, there's an inverse fair value gap actually. So if you would have traded the candle close of this fair value gap, that would have been my entry, and that candle still was a fat ass candle. You would wanted it to close like right out of the gap, but it didn't. So that would have been the closest entry I would have got. So that is better. That is better than this line. But I'm trying to see, was there one on ES? There was not. Actually, there was, but it's the same candle closed down here, so you wouldn't. The candle closed down here again anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. So that's just it. Backtest this. FX Replay is the backtesting site I use. We'll do this again tomorrow, 8 a.m. every night. Sorry for the Amazon man. Didn't think he was coming back tonight, but yeah. SMT, 10 o'clock trading. That's all you need. To 9:30 if you want it, but 9:30 is not always as clean. But usually by 10 a.m., whatever the fuck goes on 9:30 is pretty clear for us. That's why I like it. I'm trying to get my fake outs the least, and my emotions the best, and trading at 10 o'clock and on a 15-minute chart is what did that for me. It could be the 5-minute chart for you. It could be 9:30 for you. It could be 8:30 for you. It could be noon for you. Whatever that looks like for you, do it. But yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow night.